This is PK. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I'm gonna take a look at Ethereum and XRP tonight as well. And I'm gonna switch Sam once again because it's necessary and it's important. So my video is gonna be quick and direct. I don't like wasting way too much time. Just a tiny little bit, just like right now. Okay, so the first idea of a macro structure would be the simpleton. The simpleton is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're done. Get out. The bit more complicated than simpleton would be that we put our wave 3 here. Why? Well, because this one here looks like a 3-wave move. So if you count this as a 1, 2, 3 correction here, flat, and then an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could say that this was the 5th wave, and then we have the 3rd in, and now it had a zigzag, perhaps the end of 4, or just the first pattern of a larger corrective pattern. That would be the wave 4. So doesn't matter how you count it, we're having an impulse right now and we need to play it. So if that was the case, that we had a 3rd ending here, well, we're anticipating that the 1 of 5 started. Like if you have impulse here, if you have impulse there, well, you need an impulse in the 5th. One way to measure the 5th wave would be you take the price projection tool and you take the origin size to the terminus of wave 1, connect it to the terminus of wave 4, and we're gonna take a look at the 1-to-1 that falls somewhere around 108k per Bitcoin, and this is gonna be one of our guidelines to anticipate the potential end of the bull run. I'm not gonna go into the ideas of 1-to-1-to once again. I talked about it last time. If you watched the video where I switched Sam, or if you're just following my YouTube channel, and if you don't, well, feel free to do that. So let's attack the correction here. I have 2 ways of counting it, and again I'm gonna go back to the fact that it doesn't matter how you count it. What matters is that all paths lead to Rome, right? If you count this one way, well, you have terminus here. I'm going to show you the other way after. If you have terminus here in one way, if you have terminus here in another way, well, that's good. That's also confluence, right? And what's the point of Elliott Wave? Well, the biggest point of Elliott Wave is to recognize a pattern so that you can play the incoming pattern. One of the best things that I have ever learned in Elliott Wave. So what would we having here in this correction? Well, we have a potential zigzag, sorry, not a zigzag, a flat, a 3, and a 5 as an ending diagonal. That would be your A wave of a larger flat. We're gonna make it more visible like this. Then A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, impulsive, C to terminate your B wave of a larger pattern, and then a zigzag. So flat, 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 zigzag, double combo, it works. Then we're gonna see what's going on here. So one way to look at it is to have a leading diagonal over here, which would be your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, end of the impulse. And from what it seems like, this is not gonna be the case. Why? Well, because I think we're gonna invalidate this top. And this is why I have another count, and I'm gonna show you at which point we're gonna regard one impulse, and at which point we're gonna think, okay, well, it's done or it's not done, and we can anticipate the correction. So having said that, I'm gonna open this chart and show you another count. So here the slight difference would be that we have a terminus of the first flat over there. So 3, 3, 5, it doesn't overlap, looks ugly. It is what it is. Zigzag up and impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So big flat 3, 3, 5, and then One way to look at it is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we only just completed the third wave. So now, well, first of all, once again, this is how you measure the wave 4. You take the fib pull terminus of wave 2, you pull it all the way up to the terminus of 3, and now I have everything here ready for the wave 4. Okay, wave 4, we're gonna anticipate this area 0.23 to 0.38. This would be a nice retracement zone that we can always add and look at, anticipate, whatnot, to have a potential terminus of a corrective pattern if we can recognize one, right? And then expect the bounce. Another thing that you should look at is the previous wave 4. It's one of the greatest guideline as well. So if we dive in smaller time frame, you could say that there was a terminus of 3, and now we have a leading diagonal as a wave A, a little triangle in between, maybe C, D, E, and another impulsive structure to complete what? To complete a zigzag. What is a zigzag? It's a 3-wave move, it's a corrective pattern. And then 1, 2, I'm assuming this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to end the 3. Perhaps this was a 4, perhaps the 4 is going to come here, and off to the 5. So this would make me think that, okay, maybe we're gonna have a complete impulse there. I'm not gonna call for the end here, but I'm gonna say that this would be a horrible place to enter the market. We're hitting the median line right now. How did I get to this channel? Well, first what you do is you do this. You draw a base channel. When do we have a wave 3? Well, when we penetrate the base channel. All right, the 3 is in. Jesus Christ. Okay, so top of the wave 1, or the terminus of wave 1 towards the 3. And then what do we do? Well, first, if we don't know where the 4 is, we're going to use the wave 2. And this is going to be one of the guidelines. Okay, we penetrated the channel. So we counted a zigzag here. We have a potential bottom. Now it's obvious that it was the bottom of the wave 4. And we're going to leave this channel to be our main guideline. If, however, we have something like this falling down, invalidating the previous 4 and the 4 of the wave 3, well, then we can anticipate a correction incoming and buy the truck up over here, if it ever Bitcoin gives you the opportunity. Because what are you for? What are you looking for in this? You're looking for a 1, 2, and then you're looking for a wave 3. It's gonna make you money. I think I said everything I have to say about Bitcoin last time for this video. I think we were somewhere here, and I mentioned that we need to kill this level, that we need to penetrate the descending channel. Everything is fulfilled. We have all stars aligned. Now we're waiting for this retracement and another thing, bottom to the top, if the top, anticipating there, and then we do the golden zone, anticipate buying there, and you can also add 0.5 as a target. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum. This one, oh my god. All right, so Ethereum is not easy to count. You can look at it. Since the index made a lower low here than this one, we cannot really call a double zigzag. But I'm gonna focus on the bigger picture and anticipate that this could be an impulse, and now we're looking for a retracement for another long. You could have a bigger triangle here with a 3, 3, 3, and now we have an A, supposed B, C to complete D, and then another retrace for the E. The relationship between the waves doesn't really smell like a triangle, but Ethereum is really not cooperating with me, and all I can do is long and put a stop loss under this thing. So what is going on a smaller time frame on Ethereum? Well, you could say that we had an ABC first zigzag for the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 contracting, leading diagonal for the wave 1, 2, 3, triangle 4, and then we could anticipate that the fifth is here. So we have our 5 swings. This one, I don't like it because it's skinny, but it's all I have to work with. Now we can look at it as the first 3-wave move. Then this could be a second here, or it can be here, it doesn't matter. If it's here, let's say that this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this could be a flat done. This being the move, right? So you could have your wave B or wave 2 already done. I thought it's gonna be another leg down, but obviously we already have an impulse here. So one thing to think about is potentially longing the retrace. However, since this looks like an impulse, obviously this is possible as well. All right, if this was an impulse down, well, now we have an A, B, C, and we tank even more. That's the bearish count. Bullish would be 1, 2, full send. Okay, the third one is going to be XRP. This thing also bottomed, and I think that the 5 is in. We're gonna see what's going on here, but anyway, the retrace, in my opinion, at least I'm gonna go for it. Not a financial advice. So it doesn't matter how you look at the bigger picture on XRP. If on the all-time high in 2017 you look at this being a wave 4, or like a triangle being A, B, C, D, and E, or you're looking at this point being the end of the correction, and now we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and off we go. Doesn't matter, all paths lead to Rome, right? So the last thing that we saw on XRP was the latest stop, and we have something that looks impulsive that goes down. Then we have A, B, C, flat in between, and 1, 2, 3, triangle 4, expanding, ending diagonal 5, the terminus of a correction. So what is it in simple terms? 5, 3, 5. A zigzag is a zigzag all day. So again, you have a zigzag completed. Before you enter anything, you want to beat some levels. Well, this level beaten, and this level as well is beaten. So 1, 2. Okay, the terminus of 2 is not beaten yet. However, I don't care. I'm gonna anticipate the drop and buy it. Just a quick look on what's going on a micro time frame. And I'm gonna go down to, let's say, 2 hours. All right, so this ugliness here can be regarded as a diagonal, can be regarded as anything that you want. This looks more impulsive than anything else. So we could anticipate as well something like that. And a guideline for flats, if this is a flat, would be bottom all the way top. I'm gonna turn on the full fib, and we're gonna anticipate 0.38 as a potential terminus of a wave 2 if this is a flat. How else this could develop? Well, this could be the wave A, this could be a wave B, and again you can have impulsive, and this can be a flat as well. So assuming that this is a 3, right? So 3, 3, 5, and then one might say, you know what, this is the terminus of the wave 1. Oh, I know what happens here. I know that this is gonna happen, like 5, 3, 5, and then it never happens and it goes without you. Doesn't have to be like this, but it can be like this. Currently, I think that the impulse is done. If we do this simply, we're out of this channel. If we say, for example, just an example, if we say that this was a 4, in fact, and now we're looking at the 5 here, well, let's then descend the channel all the way there. And what do you know? We hit exactly the bottom of the channel and we bounce down. So anticipate support zone on XRP there. And if we can recognize something easy, so if we have, for example, just example, if we have 3, 5, well, then I'm gonna see it like ABC, no worries. Just because the fact also that I said here, hey, this is not the moment to enter Bitcoin either. I think that's all I have to say about this. Have a lovely day, guys. Feel free to subscribe, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.